In recent years, labor movement in Nigeria has been a subject of criticism in some critical segments of the country. These condemnations, either right or wrong, have generated discourse in public space, most especially since the administration of the former president of Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC), Comrade Abdulwahid Omar. Before now, especially during the Comrade Adams Oshiomohle leadership of the NLC, criticism against the Congress was not really evident, as Nigerians did not see through the deception in the Oshiomohle leadership of the NLC, perhaps because the Congress then could swiftly call for a nationwide strike against the government and execute it. But since then, the public admiration for the Congress has shrunk. It began during Omar's reign, and even 8 years afterwards, when Comrade Ayuba Waba took over, it remained contracted. After his emergence, Waba wanted to change the public perception, but the crisis that polarized the Congress after its 2015 election stifled its efforts. Recent government policies that led to the increase in the price of electricity tariff and pump price of fuel also presented an opportunity to leaven the dwindling public admiration for the Congress. But how the labor leaders reacted to it thickened the wave of the criticism. When the government announced the increase, like all other Nigerians, the NLC and TUC rejected it. They asked the federal government to reverse the price increase or face industrial action after the expiration of their ultimatum. The labor leaders also made some other demands and insisted on going on strike if the government failed to yield to their conditions before the expiration of the ultimatum. To avert the strike, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF Boss Mustafa, led a team of negotiators and held a midnight meeting with the labor leaders at the banquet hall of the presidential villa. Meanwhile, in a view of their growing frustration with the socio-economic situation of the country, Nigerians were eagerly expecting the labor unions to call for ultimatum, but that never happened, as the government and labor leaders reached what many saw as questionable agreements, which culminated in the suspension of the electricity tariff for 2 weeks and the setting up of a joint technical committee mandated to implement the agreements, especially in the area of various palliatives agreed upon, and how to fix the nation's refineries and address the issue of perennial fuel scarcity. This compelled the labor unions to suspend the strike even before it commenced based on letter of agreement signed. Widespread criticism trailed the decision of the labor leaders. Some Nigerians tagged them friends of the party in power, while others argued that since the time of Pascal Pufayu's leadership, the country hasn't been lucky to have labor leaders that will fight the cause of the masses, but only those who hobnob with government leaders for political appointments and pecuniary gains that will prevent them from getting what is right for Nigerians. The former special advisor on media and publicity to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan, Dr. Reuben Abati, was one of those who publicly criticized the organized labor for not embarking on the strike. To him, the labor leaders since Bafuya's reign have been deceiving Nigerians and befriending their rulers. He believed that they were pushed to give the ultimatum and issued a strike threat as they did initially. In his publication entitled How Labor Leaders Deceived Nigeria, Abati said, after being pushed, a combined team of the NLC and the TUC finally announced that they would call out labor on strike and shut down the country. They gave the federal government stringent conditions, a complete reversal of the hike in fuel price and electricity tariff, or else Nigeria will be shut down indefinitely beginning from September 28, 2020. I was not impressed. I questioned Labour's sincerity of purpose. I felt they were just playing a game. The biggest tragedy that has befallen organized labor in Nigeria is the thinking since 1999 that the leadership of labor can be used as a stepping stone to a bigger role in Nigeria. Labor leaders use their position to negotiate big benefits. They mouth progressive slogans and parrot aggressive rhetorics, but all it's a lie. Abati noted that the fraternity between labor leaders and the government started since Bafuyu resigned under the military government. He stressed that under the military, Pascal Bouffier used the ladder of labor leadership to gain prominence. In his view, Matthew Hassan Kuka, in his book entitled Democracy and Civil Society in Nigeria, considers Bouffier a sellout. But with the return of democracy in 1999, Oshiomohle, then from the Textile Garments and Tailoring Union, became the new labor hero. He put up a strong performance that convinced the public he was on their side. He could talk, dance, and make communist-style speeches. The Obasanjo administration soon appointed him on the board of government agencies. He had learned well from Bouffier and was clever enough to avoid his mistakes. He would soon dance himself into partisan politics. He governed Edo State for 2 terms and later became chairman of Nigeria's ruling party, through which he became a godfather in Nigerian politics. According to Kuka, every labor leader after Oshiomohle wants to be like him. They too want to ride SUVs, enjoy unfettered access to the seat of power, and be godfathers in the country politics. The danger here is that this transmogrification of labor leadership in Nigeria, which began with Pascal Bouffier and raised to another level with Oshiomohle, created a new brand of labor activists that contradicts norm, culture, and tradition in Nigeria. Kuka stressed that the new generation of opportunistic labor leaders have devalued the heroism of leaders such as Michael Onodu, Herbert Macaulay, Escott Tayo, Wahab Goodluck, the Salmon brothers, and Frank Kokiri, and that a compromised labor leadership is a disgrace to the revolution. According to an activist, Tajuddin Sadiq, the last labor leader in the real sense of fighting for the masses was Comrade Hassan Somonu, who was the first president of the NLC after the era of Pa Michael Imodu. Sadiq described leaders like Chief Kokori as men of repute who gave all and desired nothing from the government. To him, the present leaders are too friendly with the government. This was evidence as Oshiomohle joined the political class afterwards and became a governor shortly after his term as the NLC president, which shows that he has all along been secretly fraternizing with the leaders in power. Such a political position doesn't come suddenly and easily the way Oshiomohle had it if he had not been one of them. President Olusegun Obasanjo attested to this at his last May Day rally of Oshiomohle's administration, when he invited the former Edo governor and Peter Esele of TUC to come and join the People's Democratic Party after their retirement. Sadiq added, "It's so sad to see that those who call themselves leaders, who are supposed to be on the side of the people, they are the ones actually depriving the masses of their rights. It's really sad." Anyway, guys, let's hear your take down below in the comment section. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please, if you haven't given us a thumbs up, do go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Click on the like button and don't forget to subscribe as well. Click on the subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to us. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye for now and God bless.